Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. And on this channel, Kulumama reality TV shows, ama celebrities, kanye nama YouTubers. Guys, we are banda. I walk outside because I saw the sun is out, and then was I not disappointed? Hey, it's like a filter. The sun is like a filter. When you're inside the house, you think, if you go out, it's going to feel like it looks, but it doesn't. It's very cold. Anyway, you guys, we are going to talk about Maake kaNcube fighting for his Audi A4 because apparently he is saying that he does not owe this money that they are claiming that he owes, because there's a 250,000 rand that is owed to his son's school, and the school decided they need that money, and they've gone as far as get a judgment against him, and they are supposed to confiscate his car, sell it off, and then this debt can be paid. Now, you guys, he says that, listen, I might be the parent, but I am not the parent that is supposed to pay the school fees. I love it for the men, you guys. I love it for them, okay? Anyway, you guys, I guess the Lord thinks otherwise, because they did issue that judgment that they can actually take the car. Now, listen, this year has not been a good year for Maake kaNcube, but it's not just this year. I think even last year, you guys, he's not able to enjoy his old age because so much is going on. Last year, there were reports that he was supposed to go pay lobola at his wife's home, like the last installment, and he never showed up with his uncles. I don't know which part is a shocker, the fact that he didn't show up to pay lobola, or the fact that Maake kaNcube still has uncles that are still alive. I'm joking, you guys. Anyway, and then beginning of this year, it never stopped, you guys, because right at the beginning of the year, there were reports that he had lost a job in one production because they thought that he wasn't doing a good job. And I was like, how can Maake kaNcube not do a good job acting? Because that is what he is good at. Okay, that is what he is the best at. So I was like, definitely this one, the witches in the neighborhood are dealing with him. They were like, this year we are dealing with this one. We can't have this one that is driving fancy cars, staying in a nice house, just having a nice peaceful life. This year the witches are dealing with him. So, you guys, after the reports that he had lost a job in one production, there were also reports that he had lost some sponsorships or some brand deals, you guys. Okay. This is the beginning of this year. After that, it was him and his wife almost getting a divorce, because remember, there's an article I did one Sunday where it was talking about how he had already filed for divorce because they had had an argument with his wife because he had been flirting with an ex. He had allegedly confirmed with the Sunday World that yes, he had filed for divorce, but the reason that things had not moved forward is because he had not paid the lawyers. Okay. Then later on, they came back with his wife, and they were claiming that that story didn't exist, but we already knew that it did. Okay. we believe the Sunday World. Okay. Anyway, I did. Okay. I feel like maybe later on they decided to sit down and talk. Then after that, you guys, it was the doctorate situation where one morning he woke up and he was a doctor. And by the time he went to bed, not only had Twitter confirmed that he's not a doctor, but even the Minister of Education confirmed that he was not a doctor. So if you thought that I was exaggerating, that this is not a good year for Maake kaNcube, then I don't know, you guys. Listen, sometimes you have you will have a bad day that you will feel like you want to go back to bed and restart. Okay, I feel like it's him right now. So listen, you guys. Now this is how the story goes. So recently, Sello has had to pay thousands of rands to the school because they were threatening to take his car. At first, they were threatening to take his car, but they ended up taking the car, according to this published story on the Sunday World. So Now they came to, I guess, give him summons to say that he owed money for school fees. Then, you guys, what happened is that he decided to go to the school and pay 20,000 rands of the 250 that was owed. And then, you guys, because he did not want to, or he did not want them to take the car, he ended up signing the acknowledgement of debts. Big mistake, AOD, because I guess there was a deal that the school made. Okay, if you're not going to pay us all of the money, sign the AOD to say you acknowledge that you owe this amount, and then later on you can pay. Okay. Now, after the AOD, he doesn't go back and pay the amount, which is the rest of the 250,000. Okay. Now, his argument is that he is not the one that owes this money because this is a school fees for his son. And the person that has the main custody of the kids, or is the main, what you call it, the parent that lives with the child, okay, is his ex, okay? And when they were applying to the school, his ex is the one that signed the form. And then the sister had signed as a witness. In fact, they're even saying on the Sunday World that the forms to the school does not have the father's signature in it, okay? So I don't know if that excludes the father from the responsibility to pay the school fees, or he's just looking for some technical thing to get away from paying this 250,000. Now, you guys, he says that the reason he signed the AOD, or acknowledgement of debts, was out of panic, because at the time he just didn't want them to take the car. It was in no way him saying that he was going to pay the money, okay? Now, you guys, at some point, the sheriff comes to his house and they say, listen, we are here to collect the house. This was on the 22nd of April. Even after all of the explanation that he was trying to give to the sheriff, they still took his car, okay? Regardless of the fact that he had made an effort to pay the 20,000 rand. Now, you guys, it says here that he is saying, Sello Maake kaNcube is saying, his ex is responsible for the school fees, but also if they can't collect, listen to this one, you guys, listen to this one, because on a Sunday, you need to remember who our South African men are. We need to have a clear picture. Let's not be delusional about who our people are. We love them very much, but we need to be real about who they are. He says, according to this article, that the ex, who is the baby mama, is the one responsible for the school fees. If they can't collect from her, they should go collect from his sister, because because her sister is the one that signed the surety. It's not him. The nerve. Probably the reason that the sister signed the surety is because you were not around, you know. I need to start making my sister sign my kids' school forms. Yes, I never thought about this one. So that's what he's saying, that it's not him. Listen, you guys, legally, I guess he's right in a sense that he's not the one that signed the contract with the school to say he was going to pay the school fees. He did not even sign the surety. But, besides all of that, he is the father. Do we need Tatako here to come and say, you are the father? So now, you guys, I'm like, I don't know. I think I need to know how old the child is. They're not mentioning how old the child is, but these are college fees, you guys, that they have to pay. It's not like high school or anything. It's college fees. So that's why maybe he's feeling like he shouldn't have to pay. I'm not understanding his point, you guys. I understand that it's very painful when they take your car, and maybe he could have made arrangements with them. But I just don't understand him saying that the ex is the one that owes the school fees. Listen, you guys, I've read somewhere that as parents, okay, we are we only have the obligation to give our kids a basic education. After the grade 12, it's actually just you being a very, very nice parent when you are still paying for those school fees. So the kids are supposed to now, see how they pay for their school fees. So I guess if they want to go and make their bodies work for them so that they can find money to pay for the school fees, that's what they're supposed to. You just have to decide as a parent, are you going to pay school fees after high school or not? But we are not obligated to do it. Okay. The kids, the students, especially if they're over 18, they are the ones that actually owe that money. However, most of us don't act like that. Okay. We are still paying our kids school fees even after 18. Okay. I-argument yakhe, guys, angiyizwa, but anyway, ngizonifica in the comment section where you guys can tell me, is it correct in saying that because he did not sign the forms for the child to be admitted at a school, and because he didn't even sign a surety, the fees should not be collected from him? They should be collected from his ex and the sister. What do you think, you guys? Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Pumayona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Itanda.